We are a week away from the return of season 4 of All the Queen's Men, which will be premiering on November 28, 2024. And it's your good sis, you love to talk TV with, coming to you with a breakdown of the trailer. What's good, y'all? It's your good sis, Erica Vane. Hit that subscribe button and turn your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my All the Queen's Men content and conversations. And I'm about to go through the trailer bit by bit. Some of these pieces are going to be a little bit low quality because I wasn't able to find the full trailer in high quality. I only got the snippet, so bear with me as it pertains to the visuals, but we're going to go scene by scene, moment by moment, and I'm going to tell you what I think each of these visuals actually mean. But at any given point, you can drop down in the comment section and tell me what you think that it means in the comment section down below so that we can keep the conversation going. I also will have a breakdown of the trailer written out on ericavane.com if you want to read it, because I got you. Okay, let's get into it. So the trailer starts with a madam seemingly walking up for a promo shot, and it is just her, nobody else, and it says, a voiceover says in her voice, "The wait is over, I got something special planned," which I think is definitely voiceovers or voice audio moments pulled from scenes within the actual show. However, the walk-up shot is definitely a promo shot, which I think is really great. It sets the tone for what I think we're going to get this season, where this is going to be so much about Madam. Yes, there's all of this controversy. Yes, there's all bunch of things going on. So many fires to put out. She's going to war. She got to find her father. All of these things are happening. But ultimately, this season is going to be about Madam, and we're going to learn a lot more about her. So I thought it was brilliant for them to start the trailer off this way and end the trailer off this way. And Eva is looking just as fabulous as ever with this beautiful bun on the top of her head with the lock. Like, yes, queen, yes. Now from there we go to the police station where Detective Davis is back in her blazers and her slacks. She got her little criminal board trying to connect all the dots with photos of all of our favorite people and some of our not so favorite people. Yeah, Amp, I see you dead center, ho. Madam at the top, and we get a voiceover from the DA that says, "How is that arrest warrant going?" And Detective Davis says it's already in the works. So this season they are coming hard and pressing this case with Madam, trying to get her locked away. I think this is when Detective Davis is going to pull together whatever evidence she has. Last season towards the end, we saw her attempt to break bad, saying that she was going be on Madam's side and get information for Madam, and she was tired of the police force. They were trying to come after her anyway, so she needed to get as much money as possible. All of that, I feel like this season we're going to find out was a lie, was a front. As you can see, she just seamlessly went back to the police station and is mounting this case. So even the stuff that we saw in the season prior with her, you know, getting in trouble, getting disciplined or whatever, I think that it was all to build up her undercover profile without announcing that she was undercover. They knew they had rats in the damn department. They knew that people were like tipping Madam off. So I think all of that was just a show, and Detective Davis is not actually in any hot water down there at the police station. Clearly the DA is working with her and they're trying to press these charges, and we are going to see Madam actually get arrested and have to go to court this season. So clearly the arrest warrant is going to be carried out. Then we get a cut to the DA talking about, well, it's time for Madam to feel the pain. Girl, you are literally barking up the wrong tree. This is a battle that is a little bit too big for your britches, but bless your little pretty heart, because you think that you're actually swimming in your league and you finna drown. That's all I thought when I saw this little moment with her, because she quite literally don't even know what she's getting herself into. You think that you're taking down Madam DeVille or Marilyn DeVille, but you're really putting your life at stake. Sorrows, prayers. Now from there we cut to Madam sitting in her office talking with Blue, telling Blue to be careful, and we get a voiceover of saying that Detective Davis has a chance at taking her down. And then we cut to back at the police station. Detective Davis is smiling after showing something to the girl that we saw way back in season 1. The girl who was supposed to be Shamiqua, a 17-year-old who was being taken advantage of and bullied, and Madam came to her damn rescue only to find out that she was actually undercover and working with the police, and now she's back involved, and Madam had killed her husband. Yeah, so now is this Madam going to jail for killing her husband because she was she thought that the girl was being abused when Madam was looking into her? Child, when I saw this girl face, I said, not them bringing her back a blast from the damn past. You didn't learn nothing when you Madam had your ass hemmed up in the basement of that damn of Eden, letting you know who she was, and you was begging for your damn life. And y'all, I had to go back and watch my own breakdowns to even get caught up, because feels like it was such many moons ago when we saw her face. But I do believe that this is the girl that Madam had first saved outside of that brunch spot when she was going to go meet Dime, and she saw this girl getting beat on, and that was the plan of trying to get somebody close to Madam. And Madam literally fell for it kinda, and like got her cleaned up, gave her money, was really trying to take care of her, only to find out that she was lying about who she was. She was lying about how old she was, even though I had said in my video she looked strong in the face, so she definitely wasn't given 17 at the beginning. But I digress. If y'all want to go and catch up on that storyline tied to this particular character, you can go check out my season 1 playlist of All the Queen's Men, which was only 10 episodes, so y'all can get into that and it will be real quick. But yeah, she's back and she's helping Detective Davis. Detective Davis looks so happy with herself in this moment, and it's just like, okay girl, you think you might have won this battle, but you damn sure ain't finna win the war. Yeah. And little Shamika, Madam should have took your ass out when she had the chance, but now she can go ahead and clean up her own mess. Child, then we get our first visuals of the concierge back in full effect. He's meeting with Madam at some new place. It's a new set. I don't know if it's a restaurant. I don't know if it's the concierge's location, one of his many places or warehouses outside of it. But Madam is standing here with Tommy. He's like, Madam, I heard that business has been explosive. And it's intercut with the parts of Eden blowing up. And it's just like, sir, you ain't taunting her like that. Why would you do that? It's also intercut with a moment of Dom coming on stage, so we can see that business has been business as usual. And the concierge just looks so smug when he lets explosive roll off of the tip of his damn tongue. Like, I love Christian so very much, and I'm so excited to see the concierge back finally. I think that Christian and Eva have such amazing chemistry in their roles as the concierge and as Madame DeVille, Marilyn DeVille. And I love watching them go head to head, as well as love watching them entangle themselves romantically. But if all we're going to watch them do is go to war, I'm completely here for it. This man is just as smug, just as arrogant, just as confident as he was when we last saw him. And Madam ain't backing down from no fight, and that man don't scare her because she can't get no whooping. So what you finna do? Not a damn thing. Now, it looks like Blue was also at this meeting, because in the next scene, we get to see Madam saying, I do not need this heat. And it's the similar backdrop to what we saw with the scene with Madam standing across from the concierge and Tommy standing by her side, which I think is important to note, because Blue is still going to be very much so active in everything this season, even though I think we're going to get more fleshed out with her old army buddy coming back and her army buddy trying to convince her to distance herself from Madam. We're going to see her still be by Madam's side, at least at the very beginning. And that came up for me in a minute, in the moment where I was watching it. I saw Tommy and Madam standing across from the concierge. I thought, like, dang, where is Blue? But Blue might have been hanging back a little bit because she's clearly here as well. Then we jump to what is seemingly like a heavily guarded warehouse, both the outside and the inside. And Madam's daddy is tied up, has his hands tied behind his back and seated in the chair. And I think this is the inside of the same warehouse that the people were guarding on the outside. And this is in Mexico, because that's where Santiago, Lotus's dad, took him when he started trying to taunt Madam. And we hear as much in the next scene where Madam is taking a call. She's actually in her office. Blue is behind her. It's on speaker. And Santiago is saying, your father will die in agony. And I'm going to string you up off of some bridges in Atlanta. It's just like, string her up though? You going to hang her? My gosh, that's very you know what, sir. But a loss. And then we get a quick cut to see a visual of, her father at the, Lotus's father, that is, finishing this call, which he looked a little bit like Lotus. So shout out to the cast in there. And then we cut right back to Madam in her office. She's hitting a weed, I believe. Looking like she's stressed AF. But this is really just a puff of like, okay, I gotta go handle business. With my passport, let's charter the jet. Let me go get my father real quick, because this man is playing games and he think I'm joking. But hell, ain't nothing funny. I'm not worried at all. This is a moment or a visual that's supposed to give us pause, stress, grief, but I'm not worried, because Madam DeVille is not to be played with. And we get the voiceover to say just as much. She's like, if you touch a hair on my father's head, with intercuts of the scene of her father actually being conscious, Lotus's dad listening to the call, and then her actually saying the words that she's saying in the car, which is seemingly like on the way to the airport to get to them. She's like, you touch a hair on my father's head, you gonna see vengeance like you ain't never seen before, ho. I added the hoe in there because it just go a little bit better. But like, Madam, like I said, she's not to be played with. And if it's one thing that we've learned about Madam in these 3 seasons, that she don't play by her damn daddy. Okay? Now, we also get a cut back to the club. The guys are on stage with their furs. I guess they think they're in a Lil' Kim video. Who the hell knows? Backstreet's back. All right. The next scene from that is Madam saying the world's going to hell in a handbasket. She's bent over, putting something someplace. I feel like they might be at a cemetery. I don't know, but we're so tight or so close in that you can't even make out where we actually are and what she's actually doing. But I think it's important. Then we cut to Blue doing archery target practice, which I think is going to tie into her military friend coming back and them connecting over these types of activities, even though we don't get to see anybody else in the scene with her. And after Madam goes and saves her daddy successfully, she's definitely going to come back and get back to business. So we get to see her at Eden, and then the guys are back on stage. But that's still in a cut because this is a trailer. They got to throw us off the scent, y'all, with Santiago talking about he been waiting for this for a long time. And honestly, y'all, the Santiago storyline, the Lotus Revenge storyline is going to end by the episode 2 of this season. So we're going to go ahead and get in and get out as it pertains to this man, even though they're using him a lot in the trailer. We cut to what looks like Midnight and Babyface taking some guns out of a bag in the back, maybe before or after they go on, because they got to handle some business for Madam. That is business as usual. But then they take it up a notch when we cut to El Fuego seemingly in his apartment. He looking at somebody very intently, and he's like, "You're going to pay for this." And I think this is tied to Sandra's death and him actually finding out that Madam is 100% responsible for it. Lord, are we about to watch El Fuego break bad? I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all this. I did do the episodes 1 through 6 synopsis breakdowns on the channel, separate videos for each one. And then I also have the 35 new characters that are coming to this season. And it's just so much juicy information and predictions from me in that. So after you finish watching this trailer breakdown, make sure that you go and check those out if you haven't already, because there is a ton of information to get us started as we come into season 4. Now, then we cut back to Eden, where Detective Davis is standing on stage in the middle of the damn club, because she love to do that. She love to come in with her little warrants and get all the attention. Like, you so damn insecure, and we see right through it. And then that's intercut with Tommy running into Madam's office, saying there's a bunch of police officers that surrounded the whole Eden. I think this is when they're coming to, engage with the arrest warrant and drag Madam ass out of there. But before we even get to the parts of like seeing Madam in court or seeing Madam get arrested, we cut to more daytime where there's shots being taken at the DA who's standing outside the police station, because guess what, girl? You thought that you was doing some regular old civil duties, but you really was laying your life on the line, and I had already told you. But now we need to show your ass, and somebody trying to shoot the damn DA, she got to jump, duck, and run so that she can keep her head top. Now, because the trailer that I have is such low quality, I can't make out the scene where Tommy is holding something. It feels like it's a stack of money, but I can't make out exactly what it is and where he actually has it. I feel like this is the basement in Eden, but y'all let me know what y'all think this is and what this might be pertaining to. It could be the bail money that they need to go and get Madam out after she is arrested. Now, what's interesting to me is that scene is followed up with Detective Davis in the club as well, but she's not wearing her little cop attire. She's wearing her little hoe attire, and she's talking about, "I'm always one step ahead of you," talking to Madam. So this is 2 very different times than when she comes with the arrest warrant versus her being here now. And I'm just like, well, what is going down where she's actually going to let her cover kind of be blown so that Madam knows that, yeah, this hoe was never actually for me. She never actually was trying to come to the dark side. That's what I feel like this moment is. I don't know when this part is going to actually play out, but I feel like it's going to be before she actually does the arrest warrant. But Madam, as always, is unfazed, unbothered, and still pretty, hoe. Still pretty. She hits her with a turn to the side. "Are you done? Because you just wasted these 30 seconds telling me this. I need to hear this from your bald-headed ass." Yes, I know she got long hair, but for the purposes of this insult, her bald-headed ass. You need to get your ass out of her club. Detective Davis, she don't realize that fat meat is greasy, and I cannot wait for this season for Madam to learn her ass, because I'm tired, okay? I'm tired. Now, we get to see quick cuts to scenes of like Blue with a sniper rifle in the woods. Who the hell she targeting? I don't know. Probably the concierge, because y'all, we still at war. With all this other stuff going on, we still at war. I don't know if this is Amp or one of the other dancers, but somebody is digging a grave. We saw earlier somebody being put into a grave because, again, bodies pop up when you're at war. Now we go to the scene where Madam is sitting face to face with some little beauty. And I think that this is Angela because she says, "Who sent you to blow up my club?" That's the little hoe that made sure she got her little lighter check or something like that. And that's the bomb that the concierge has sent by way of her to go ahead and blow up parts of Eden. And Madam is interrogating her, is going to torture her, and then ultimately going to kill her. So rest in peace, beautiful, but you should have picked the better side, the right side. And y'all, aside from us seeing the concierge, I am most excited to see Trouble turn on Champ because Champ has been disloyal from the very beginning. She has literally been dragging Champ's ass along, trying to hit licks and all of that, but he has shown himself to not be loyal. The way that he was so quick to turn on Rayshawn immediately put a negative taste in my mouth. So he's clearly doing something that Trouble is going to have to go ahead and take care of him, because the way that he would turn on Rayshawn, he's also going to turn on your ass, Trouble. And I wouldn't be surprised if he turns on Madam as well, now that he has a little bit of information because he got close to you and you got close to them. So I wouldn't be surprised if Madam is actually tasked Trouble with handling this little Champ problem, and that means that she's gonna go ahead and suffocate him in this apartment, leave his ass for dead, because this is something that she can easily clean up on her own. Now from there, we go back to the club. It's completely empty. Madam is in her all white and she's still looking cute. I feel like this is post her getting out, maybe post her beating a court case, and we get a voiceover of the checkmate, but everybody's there. Dime is there, Blue is there, the dancers are there, and this is just a reestablishing that, yeah, y'all thought y'all was gonna knock me off my square, you thought you was gonna knock my crown off, but I'm still the HBIC hoe. I'm still that girl, and y'all can't take me down. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a scene from the mid-season finale. Now, what is going on when Madam is sitting seemingly in Miss Tandy's house, or maybe it's her house? Maybe it's her house. It's not Miss Tandy's house, because all this white feels like it's Madam's house in the marble. And Tommy comes in with a voter ballot box. And it's like, are y'all running around Atlanta abducting the ballot boxes, going to take out the other ballots and then restuff them just so that Miss Tandy can win, because you need a candidate that you're going to be able to have your thumb on? Not the rigging of the damn election. Madam, didn't you say you wasn't going to rig the election? But she couldn't tell Miss Tandy that. She can't tell her the damn truth. It's very much so given she's rigging this election. But hell, y'all, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she go as far as to rig the election in her favor and have everybody put in new ballots for everybody who she takes out that wrote her in as mayor. So she can go ahead and get rid of the damn middleman and take care of Miss Tandy once and for all. Now, as I mentioned, this other quick cut. So it's a cut to the private plane, which I think is just the time showing that she's going to Mexico to get her dad. Then we see the concierge walking behind some beautiful ladies in some masks who are seemingly prepping maybe some drugs or maybe the explosive that he sends in. They're basically working for him. And this is just a moment to show that. I think this might be Madam counting money, but I'm not 100% sure. Child, and I knew that we had to get a little bit of Carla. We get a moment where Madam is back in her office and Carla's asking, why you act like you the boss of everybody? And Madam just responds so succinctly, because I am. Ho. Y'all, adding ho to everything just makes it just sing a little bit better. I cannot wait to see how Madam and Carla are engaging with one another this season. I have a video talking about if Carla is going to turn on Madam. So if y'all haven't checked it out, please be sure to do so, because I have so many thoughts around this sisterhood, especially given the fact that we're going to see Amp's mama pop up in this episode, or not in this episode, in this season. Things are going to get a little shifty in the family dynamic. Now we get the voiceover with Detective Davis saying, you are under arrest. And I think that this is a callback to when she's standing on the stage at Eden and she's basically acting on this arrest warrant. We get to see Madam thrown up against a wall where she's going to take her mugshot. Another moment when she walking into the court like she Suge Knight, honey. And she got Tommy on, no, this is Blue on her right. Tommy behind Blue, or is that Babyface? And then I guess her attorney. Where the hell is Tommy at? I don't really know. I thought that it was Tommy on her left, but I think that's her attorney on the left. This snake necklace is fire. Okay, y'all, that is a restaurant, because we get to see what looks like a host stand behind Madam when she comes in, and that what might be another moment, or might be the moments before the concierge pops up, because they're having a meeting maybe at a neutral place, a safe place. Then we cut back to Blue and Madam in Blue's home in her living room, and she's saying it's just a shame that all those innocent people had to die. a means to an end, I suppose. The very end of this, we cut back to where we started with Madam in like a promo shot so that we get the point driven home that this is about Madam and she's coming harder than she ever came before, and we gotta get ready. Those are my thoughts, y'all, on season 4. Again, I have a video breaking down the 35 new characters that we're going to see this season. I also have a video for each of the episodes up through episode 6 for all of the synopses that are already available. I recorded this a week before the season premieres. I cannot wait for it. I'm so excited. I have definitely been missing Madam on my screen. Let me know what was your favorite part of the trailer in the comment section down below so that we can keep the conversation going. It's your good sis you love to talk TV with. If you haven't already, subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in my next video.